Hello, and welcome to the Gospel of Tess. I hope you guys are doing well and you are having a fantastic week. And welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be very simple. I'm going to try and keep it very short. I always say this, and for some reason I always go over. But today I'm going to try and keep it very short. So I'm sure that from the video title you can see that this is all about interview tips. So these are my interview tips that I use to secure either a part-time job or my dream job that I'm doing at the moment. So these tips can actually help you as well, just to get to the next stage of your life. Now, I'm not saying that these will definitely work, but for me, these tips and these tricks have honestly gotten me from here to here. And so yeah, I'm just hoping that it will also help and bless somebody this afternoon. So if you want to know these tricks, just keep watching. All right, so trick number 1, confidence. So I know people are going to be like, oh, why does everybody talk about confidence? Because confidence can actually birth so much inside of you that you don't even realize. Listen, when you have the right amount of confidence, okay, you can go to levels that you never thought that you'll be able to get to. Now, I might make a video just on confidence, how to increase your level of confidence. But for this video, I'm just going to talk just briefly about confidence. Nobody wants to employ you if they feel like you're very timid, if they feel like you're very shy. No employer would want that. They want people that come across strong. They want people that come across bold. People that can speak their own minds, but then still don't mind being under a leadership. Yeah, so people actually want confident people. And then you may ask me, so Teresa, how can I become, or how can I have the right amount of confidence? And it's very simple. There are some things that you can do. And for me, how I got like this, obviously we're all different people from different backgrounds, and the kind of childhood that you have may actually impact the level of confidence that you have. My childhood, I was allowed to speak my mind. I wasn't told to shut up and be in a corner. I wasn't told to speak only when I'm being spoken to. I was very outspoken, and that's because the people that I grew up with, they gave me that opportunity to speak my mind and to talk. Now, you may not have had that kind of childhood, and so speaking in public or kind of bringing out that confidence may be a bit difficult. But listen, there are ways that you can learn confidence, okay? And it's never too late. One thing that I did to increase my level of confidence every time I felt like, oh, I needed a bit more, were affirmations. Now, affirmations are so important. The kind of things that you declare over your life, they can become, they can actually make you into the person that you are. And so just try this. Stand in front of a mirror every morning and just speak words to yourself. I am beautiful. I am bold. I am strong. I am intelligent. I am becoming the person or the woman that God is molding me to be. Saying these things to yourself, you start to believe them, and not just believe them, you start to become that person, and bit by bit you will become a very confident person. Something else that I can also give you is doing things out of your comfort zone. If you are somebody that is always in a bubble and doesn't like to do things because you're too scared or you're too shy or you're not too sure how people are going to receive you, start to come out of your comfort zone. Don't just do the big thing at once, okay? Start with the small things. Are you a person that doesn't talk a lot, and so you want to become somebody that talks quite a bit? Start talking to strangers. Okay, that came out wrong. Don't go speaking to weird people that you don't know, okay? But as in, if your school or your church, somebody that you've always wanted to speak to, go to them, speak to them, ask them how they're doing, how their week was, what kind of exciting thing or projects are they working on at the moment. Find out about people, and the more you do it, you realize that, eventually you're going to emerge into this big man or this big woman that you are going to be proud of. And so every employer wants you to be confident. Okay, so the second thing that I'm going to be talking about is your CV, okay? So at this point, you have been able to secure the job, and so you know that your CV got you to that level. But now, people just put their CVs out there and apply for jobs, and they do not know their CVs. Listen, you need to know what's on your CV back to front. You need to be able to just know what you did in what year, when you stopped working at what job, and things like that. Because some employers, they just want to know if what you've put on your CV, if your cousin didn't write it for you, or your mom didn't write it for you, or your teacher didn't write it for you. They want to know if you are exactly the person you are saying you are on paper. And so if you ask me, so you're saying that in 2018 you did this job. You want to be able to know exactly what job you did, what the name of those employers were, and from what date to what date you did it in, and also why did you leave that job. You want to know your CV so well that the moment they bring up the year, you know everything about that year, you know everything about what you did in that year for that job. So please, please, please don't just submit your CV and that's it, okay? Because some employers, they want to know if you are the person that is on that piece of paper. And so study your CV, know your CV, and honestly, it will actually really, really help you. Okay, moving right along. So tip number 3. Now, tip number 3 is one of the very important ones. Presentation. Okay, when you see me, looking at me right now, can you see my personality? You can't, but you can see the presentation. What I'm presenting to you is what you can see at the moment. You only have about half an hour. If you're lucky, an hour. If they really want to stretch you, 2 hours. You only have a couple of hours to spend with these strangers. They don't know you, you don't know them. The way you present yourself is so important. It is going to make or break you at that interview stage. So you go in looking sharp, okay? You go in making eye contact. You go in with an excellent body language. Don't go slouching. Don't go folding your arms. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, Teresa, we already know all of this. But you want to not just do all of these things at the interview stage, but when you actually succeed in getting the job, you are still the person that you portrayed during the interview stage. Because listen, the interview stage and the person you become when you get the job, they can't be two different people. If at my interview, if I'm coming across as confident and I get the job now and I am not the same person that I was, then they've employed somebody else. You want to be able to just be yourself, okay? The same person that they saw at the interview stage that they loved is the same person that will be working with them, because they employed you because they think you're going to fit in with the team. And so if you have already learned certain personalities and you walk in there, you get the job and you're completely different, they can actually sack you for it because you're not fitting and you're not blending with the team. And so presentation is so important. When you're talking to them, you're giving them the right amount of eye contact, okay? That the words that you're speaking, you are speaking in a way that they can hear you, and you're not just rumbling on and you're done talking. Speak clearly. I know these things can be really hard, but if you want to secure your dream job, or if you want to secure any job at all and you're struggling for a while because you feel like in interviews you're not coming across well, then I do believe that these tips will help. And so presentation is very important. What you wear to interviews are really, really important. Because sometimes you would think, you know what, I already know wearing a blazer and this will be good enough. But there are stages. You want to be remembered, okay? Like I said, they're not going to know your personality from 1 hour of talking to you, but they will know what you present to them. The package that you're giving out, that's what they're going to remember you for. And so your hair is standing out. It doesn't mean go get purple hair or green hair to an interview and expect yourself to get the job. Unless what they want is somebody out of the box, then fair enough. But if you want to work in an office, you want to go looking sharp. You want to be remembered. Your makeup, not too much. Pick out something that will stand out, that they will remember you by. Don't go multicolors looking like a traffic light. No, that's not what I mean. That is not what I mean. No, don't do that. But find something that will actually stand out and they will remember you by. The way that you talk, your body language, eye contact. Again, these are very, very, very important. Presentation can make or break you getting a job. Okay, cool. Moving along. Tip number 4. Right, so this tip is all about knowing the company that you're going to be working in. Find out when the company was established, who founded the company, in what year, and what is the company passionate about. These 4 are so important because the very first thing when you walk into an interview is they ask you, so tell us a bit about this company. And you're saying they're like, right, no. The moment they ask you, tell us a bit about this company, you want them to know that you've done your research. The moment you say the company was founded by Andrew Schofield, for instance, in 2004, and Andrew quit his day job to pursue this business because of this, that. You have done your research. In that instant, the interviewer is thinking, I didn't know any of this, or I knew it, but I've been with the company for about 10-15 years. I've completely forgotten all about it. But you know, so it's suddenly giving you an edge. Find out what the company is passionate about. Is it charities? Do they do a lot of fundraising? You want to also be interested in those things. So you need to be passionate about the things that a company is also passionate about. That's why you applied for the job in the first place. You found out about the company and then you thought, oh, I'll be a very good fit. And that's why you applied for it. So don't let it stop there. During your interview, speak about it. Let them know that actually you really, really like the role that you're going to be playing in that company. And you've got something to bring to the table, because every employer wants to know, what do you have that candidate B didn't have, or candidate B doesn't have, candidate C doesn't have. So get to know the company, get to know what services they provide, and in those services, what can you also provide for them? What can you bring to the table that will be fresh, new, innovative, that will make them go, wow, right there, I want you to come work for me. Listen, I've been in interviews where the person interviewing me has gone, I want you to come work for me. I don't even want to interview anybody else because I don't think anybody will come close. Now, that is not to sound, I know my stuff, but I did know my stuff. I went in knowing exactly what they wanted, who they wanted, and I was that person. And so you want that. You want to walk into an interview and 15 minutes later, they're like, the job is yours if you want. It does happen. These things happen, and you can be that person. Amen? Cool. So the last tip that I'm going to be giving you guys is, don't be boring. Like, people are really, I don't know how to put it, people are really stiff in interviews. Yeah, they go sit there like this and they don't move until the interview is done. No. Interact with the interviewer, okay? It is a communication. You guys are talking. Yes, they're asking you questions, but you can also ask them questions. Don't make it be one-sided where they're just speaking to you and you're just responding, you're just sitting there and that's it. The very last thing that normally they trick you with is when they ask you, do you have any questions for us at the end of the interview? And some people will be like, no, and they'll get up and go. No. You always want to ask at least 2 questions, okay? Now, when they ask you, do you have any question for us? Just say, yeah, okay, I have a couple. So the first question is, what is the biggest change that Teresa and Co have gone through in the past year? What you've now created is a situation where the person interviewing you is going to start talking. The moment they start going on and on and on, if you want, don't even listen. As long as you've got them talking, be happy. Now you've created that situation where they're talking about their company. They now start to show off because in the past half an hour, you've been the one impressing them. And so now you're asking them, impress me. What have you done in the last 12 months that is going to get me excited to come work for you? So they start talking about all the amazing things that they've done, all the systems that they've introduced, the new manager that they've employed, the new technology that they've kind of gotten themselves involved in. They start to talk. And in these moments, you're saying they're going, whoa. So all of this, you wouldn't have found that out if you didn't ask that specific question. So put this in your questions. Yeah, this one question, put it in there as well. What is the biggest change that your company has been through in the past year? You will seem like you're interested in the company and you will get them talking. It's a win-win for both of us. But it's a much more win for me because now you're talking instead of me being the only one talking. I feel like I need a pat on the back. I need a pound. I feel like I do feel like I need a round of applause. What do you guys think? Cool. Okay, so the other question that I ask as well is, so the team that I'm going to be working in, what are they like and what is going to be my day-to-day responsibility? Now, some employers will actually say, oh, would you like to then meet your team? And they take you around to the office for you to meet the team that you're going to be working with, should you succeed. And that is when you impress every single one of them team members. So those few minutes that you have with them, make it count. Make it count. Do not be shy. Do not be timid. Don't go standing there with your arms folded while they're just introducing you and you're standing there. Shake a few hands. Ask a few names. It's absolutely fine. The worst thing that will happen is you don't get the job. But the best thing that will happen is you get the job. You've already met the team. You've made a great impression. And so you walk in the first day, breezy, easy. I'm here to kill it. I'm here to win. I'm here to, you know what I mean? Okay, so those are my two questions that I ask. Outside of these two questions, I don't ask anything else. I've never done this, and I don't think in the future I really will, because they've worked for me in the past, and so why should I change? If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Okay, so yes, that is the end of today's video. I just had 5 tips and I just wanted to roll them out quickly. If there is anything else that you want me to talk about, please do let me know in the comment section below. And if you did find this helpful and you use any of it and it can help you secure your job, please come back and put it here that it did help you, because that is how we can all enrich each other and get each other to different levels. That's it for today's video. Have a gorgeous week. Have a blessed week. This week, don't let anybody bring you down. This week, do and write some affirmations. Write them down. Say them to yourself. Start believing in them, because that is the person that you want to become. This week, be nice to somebody. Go out there, soar. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.
Doctor. Let's sing.